Hello everybody, I am Vinny from Guitar Guitar, and today we are talking about this brand new pedal. This is the Chase Bliss Habit. The Chase Bliss Habit is, long story short, it's a delay. Obviously it's a Chase Bliss pedal, so there's going to be a lot more to it than that, but you know, at the heart of it, it is a delay pedal. So before we even get started and get this out of the box and have a look at it, let's just quickly note that Chase Bliss have had a little rebrand. So this is the first pedal coming out under this new logo, etc, etc. So the boxes look slightly different, nice minimalist design, really liking this. I imagine we will see more pedals with this kind of look in the near future. So as I've already mentioned, long story short, it's a delay, but it's Chase Bliss, so it's never going to be that simple. The Habit is born out of one of Chase Bliss's other pedals, the Blooper, which is of course an incredibly popular Chase Bliss pedal. So the Blooper is basically a looper pedal, but with lots and lots of crazy functions on it that can make some really cool sounds. But what Chase Bliss found was a lot of people were using the Blooper not as a looper, but actually as kind of like a delay pedal and getting around certain features on it. So what they've done is they've taken that idea and put it into a delay pedal. So this is kind of different to the Blooper, but then it also does have some kind of sounds that are similar. So let's get it out of the box and have a look at what comes with it. So straight away we see this nice field guide to the Habit. So this is a really in-depth booklet that gives you a really good explanation on everything that the pedal does. Really, really useful to have. You get this enamel pin, which I really love. I love an enamel pin, and it's a really nice touch to get that with your pedal. I believe you also get a nice Chase Bliss sticker, which is great. I love a sticker. And then of course, we have the actual pedal here, the Habit. So let's get it out and clear up this table. As you can see, despite its rebrand, the actual layout of this pedal isn't too different to what we've seen from Chase Bliss pedals in the past. You've got 2 rows of free controls here. You've also got switches. You've got a bypass to tap tempo. We have got an input, an expression input, a 9-volt power supply input. And on the other side, we have an output, a tap/MIDI input, and we've also got this little USB port here. And at the top, like a lot of other Chase Bliss pedals, you've got all of these dip switches, so you can really go in depth with the pedal. So I feel like I've spoken enough. Let's get this plugged in and see what it sounds like. So as I've already mentioned, the Habit is at its heart a delay pedal. And if I turn off all of these other features and I just use these top 3 controls, then you'll see what I mean. So if I take it off bypass and play a note, it's just a normal digital delay. The only real difference here is that instead of time, they've used the word size. And I feel like a lot of the reason why they've done this is because you can go up to 60 seconds worth of delay. So if I turn this size all the way up, basically I can play a note and it won't happen again for another minute, which is pretty insane, to be honest with you, when it comes to a delay pedal. I feel part of that is down to the fact that whereas the Blooper is a looping pedal, this is a delay, so you can't, you know, loop with switches and stuff. So if you wanted to get that constant looping sound, then you can. But then where it gets interesting are these controls. So you can see here there is a modify control, and what's really handy is on the pedal there's all these nice little designs, and you can see these things linking together. So if I put this switch onto A and then I put this switch onto 2 and I have the modify up to here, luckily I have my booklet so I can find out exactly what that is. A2 basically adds like tape delay kind of feel to my delay. So if I play some bits. And with the modify knob, I can basically get like different sounds. So on this particular modifier, if I put it this way past the middle point, then you'll start to get what sounds like tape noise in there as well. which is really nice. You can hear it, and you know, I can switch things about. And really the beauty of this pedal, and I feel like a lot of Chase Bliss pedals, is you can kind of just mess about with the controls. You don't need the manual, and you can just find some nice sounds with it. So let's see what B3 sounds like. And you can really hear in the tail of that delay, the modifier is doing these like rhythmic cutting, splicing kind of sounds, which is really nice. Then you've got the spread here. So the spread adds like a secondary delay, and basically you can hear now that sounds are coming back up, and I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But basically it's like a second delay. So now if I start playing things, and I've stopped playing now, but as you can hear, and this is something that's really important about the Habit, is that I've still got a loop going on in the background of things that I've played. And the Habit has got a 3-minute recording time, constantly looping. So anything you play within 3 minutes is going to get looped again, and you can mess about with the dip switches to change how that responds. And that's actually where the scan comes in. So the scan, basically, depending on however high you have the scan, it determines how randomized and how much the pedal is going to go back in time and try and find things. So if I have the scan about here, turn the spread down, let's find, and you can start to hear things are starting to get a little bit weird here. And we'll put the level here. I like the size about there, and we'll try and find some nice sounds of it. And all of these knobs really respond to each other with the modifier, the spread, the scan, everything talks to each other. You can also change things around with this switch, which changes the routing of the modifiers. So right now I'm not playing, right? And there's just things going on. I can make it modify things over and over again when I switch this to in. Okay, so I've been playing for quite a while now. If I want to wipe this pedal, I'll just bypass it and then I can basically get rid of all the loops. Also, one thing to note here is that you can save presets and things. I'm not going to go too in depth about the dip switches in this video, just because, I mean, we will be here for hours. But what's important to note is that you can change things about on the dip switches, and that will change how the 3-minute memory in the pedal works. And just to touch a little bit more on that 3-minute memory within the pedal. So basically, it's almost like you've got a tape recorder going on a loop for 3 minutes. And anything you play within those 3 minutes, the pedal's gonna hear it, it's gonna take it, and then whatever you've got the modifiers set to with the spread, scan, etc., you're gonna get different results. I found when I was messing about with this that sometimes I would play notes and it would trigger notes I played, you know, a minute and a half ago and give me lots of cool sounds, which is really nice. I really enjoyed how different of an experience this is compared to any other delay pedal I've messed about with. And I mean, if you've ever just sat down and played with a delay pedal, you know you can get lost in it for hours just putting on like really infinite repeats and messing about with things. This is just like that, but on a completely different level. You can just have so much fun with it, and it's so easy to get lost in it. Absolutely love the Habit. I'm going to leave it there for today just because I wanted to kind of give an idea of what it does. But if you enjoyed this and you'd like to see more content on the Habit in the future, please do let us know in the comments below. We'll be happy to try and put something together and maybe go a little bit more in depth about all of the features of this pedal. Until then, we'll see you soon. Thanks again for watching. If you do have any questions regarding this pedal, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us, whether that be in the comments or whether that be on our website, www.guitarguitar.co.uk. We have got lots and lots of very passionate guitarists within the company, always happy to help you with any questions you might have. And that is it from me. Thank you very much for watching. I've been Vinny from Guitar Guitar. Hopefully we'll see you again sometime soon. Until then, bye.